How you going, guys? My name's Luke. We're here at the Reptile Kingdom today. It's located down at the Carrara Markets, right in the heart of the Gold Coast. What we've set up inside, guys, is Queensland's largest display of Australian native reptiles. We have 60 species to admire, including the world's largest venomous snake display. One of our biggest focuses is on education, teaching the community that these creatures aren't as evil as some people do make them out to be. Expelling all these myths about snakes. We also teach you some great safety and awareness about what to do if you see a snake in the wild, what to do if you're bitten by a snake. Definitely something that all Australians should come and learn. Now inside, guys, we've got over 60 different species of incredible reptiles. We do 2 fun interactive shows. So let's head on inside and have a sneak peek at some of the incredible wildlife. So yeah, my idea of opening a reptile park started when I was only 5 years old. I started drawing pictures of it. So it's been 30 years of hard work and sacrifice to get this at this stage. Now when we decided to display these animals, we selected animals that were unique, that you can't see anywhere else. A lot of highly endangered, vulnerable species. And obviously we had to choose species that would display well. There's nothing worse than going to a zoo or a reptile park and not being able to see the animals. So yeah, there was a few obstacles we had to overcome to be able to provide the needs and requirements of the reptiles, their individual species requirements, but also allow them to display well to the public. Now one thing we try and deliver here at the Reptile Kingdom, guys, is a more hands-on personal experience for the public. Not only can you admire all the wildlife in their natural habitat, you can also get up and close and learn about them in our wildlife shows. One of the really unique things we do is a lizard feeding show, and the kids love this. They get to come and hold these lizards and even feed them their favourite crickets. This little fella here, he loves bugs. So as I mentioned, guys, I started off as a little fella when I first started collecting reptiles. I was only 4 years old when I had my first reptile. Guess what it was? Yeah. One of these, a blue-tongued lizard.
Well, you were full of just like me.
Yeah, I was a little kid like you, and this is where it all began, with a little blue-tongued lizard. Now this is one of our little budding scientists here, guys. He's been inspired by all the reptiles and the shows that we've done, and he's now a regular here at the Reptile Kingdom. Tell the camera up here what you think about reptiles now.
I like blue tongues because they are cool, and they're cool because they have a tongue that.
Yeah.
So in here, kids, we've got 2 of Australia's best known lizards. They're quite different to each other, so we'll have a look at each one at a time. Now the first one's this guy here, commonly known as a bearded dragon. Now they get their name because they've got this flap of skin under their chin. That's what we call his beard. Now if he gets startled or frightened, they can inflate their beard and make themselves look physically bigger. So it's all about bluffing their way out of danger with other predators. Because all he's got to utilise against another predatory animal is bluff or escape. That's about it. Can't really defend himself. Now, bearded dragons are found throughout some of the drier regions of the country. There's actually 7 different kinds of them. This one here is the central bearded dragon, so he lives in the desert regions. Now, he looks pretty spiky, almost too spiky to touch, but these large spikes on the side of his body aren't real, they're soft. And to prove it to you guys, I want you to all have a little pat of those big spikes on the side of the body. Come on, Peter, sit still for me. See how soft those spines are? They're not real. They look like big thorns. See that? Yeah. Amazing. A little pat of the lizard? No. That's alright. Awesome. Now the other one, guys, is perhaps Australia's best known lizard. Most Australians recognise the blue. Mine too, actually. I think these guys are awesome. One of 7 different kinds of blue tongues found around Australia. But one thing they all have in common is their bright blue tongue. Now just like the bearded dragon has the beard, the blue tongue uses that blue tongue to send the message that he's dangerous to other animals. A lot of animals, if they see the colours blue or red, they instantly recognise that as being dangerous. Now he's not dangerous, he's just tricking other animals. Now if we have a pat of him, he's beautiful and smooth. Yeah, a lot different to the dragon.
That one's is it a boy? Yeah, that's a male.
I'd say it probably is, yeah.
Because the larger head.
Large head, that's right. It's very hard to tell them apart.
So there's an abundance of animals at Luke's Reptile Kingdom, and I'm assuming that there is a fair bit of work involved to take care of every single animal here. Can you tell us a bit more about the care and upkeep of every animal?
Yeah, well, if you keep reptiles yourself, you've got a few reptiles. You know, a few looking after is quite easy. They're quite low maintenance. But here we have hundreds of reptiles, so yes, it does take a fair bit of work. We do have a good team behind us now, Chris Hay. We've also got Dan Hemway. He's one of our main people on the job. So we're in here almost every day making sure all these animals are cared for correctly. Obviously each one has different requirements, so the frogs need to be sprayed daily. You know, most of the other animals just eat insects or rodents, so it's quite easy. But over here, we've got a snake that will only eat fish. So yeah, obviously each one has their different requirements.
Of course.
But yeah, we spend probably about 50 hours a week just attending to the wildlife.
And that's the behind the scenes stuff as well that you don't see, but you can see it in every enclosure. It's all nice, neat, tidy, clean. They are animals, they're going to obviously go number two when you just clean.
Yeah, it's always the way. It's always the way. But what we've tried to do is make the cages look aesthetically appealing, so nice and colourful. We've also tried to keep them simplistic, so so that we can get in there and maintain them efficiently, keep everything as hygienic as possible, and allowing the public's maximum visitation.
You've done an amazing job here. You can see it as you walk straight through the facility. It's perfect. Every enclosure is lined up, natural, and I personally love natural enclosures, and it's just a good thing to look at. I could stay in here for hours.
Yes, yeah, no, like I said, there is a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, but when you're passionate about something, it's not always work, is it?
Exactly right.
If you do see a snake out and about, guys, it's probably this one you're looking at. Yeah, the country's most commonly encountered snake is our eastern brown. Okay, now this one here is ranked at number 2 in the world, so just under the inland taipan. This one's number 2. He does possess one of the most powerful nerve toxins known to man. Now he's got 2 main toxins. One's a hemotoxin, which affects our blood chemistry, and the other one is a neurotoxin, which blocks up our nerves and stops us breathing. Okay, 2 of our most important bodily functions. Okay, now this one also lives down the eastern coast of Australia, where most people live. The closer we get to residential areas and farmlands, the more of these we find. They're actually attracted to our dwellings because of their favourite food item, house mice. That's what he's coming in looking for, guys, and that's why he's biting so many people. Now, just to put it in perspective, last year we had 3,000 bites occur, and this one caused 2,500 of that 3,000 bites. It's been that way for a long time. This one here is the leading cause of snake bite. It's causing far more deaths than any other snake. Last year, 9 people lost their lives to the brown snake. We're up to 5 already this year. Okay, so it's definitely escalating. In the last few years, guys, snake deaths has tripled, and this is the culprit for pretty much all those victims. Now, what we also found with all those victims is they didn't know how to use first aid. Okay, now there's no need to die from a snake bite, guys, as long as you manage it correctly. Okay, we're going to show you how to do that right now. I just need to get a volunteer for a second, someone here to help me. I'll grab you, man. Okay, we're going to show you quickly. Actually, I might get you. Actually, can I grab you? You're right in the middle there, man. It might just look better for the camera. Okay, we're going to show you what to do if a snake was to bite your arm. Now, this is little thing here, guys, is a pressure bandage, and this is what you need if you're bitten by a snake. We want it on the arm or leg bitten, and we want it on fast, within 3 minutes if possible. Okay, so what we're doing, we're just stretching this bandage as we go across, wrapping up the whole end. Now the venom is travelling just underneath the skin through the little tiny capillaries called the lymphatic system, so it hasn't yet reached the blood system. So if we apply this bandage, we can actually squish down those little capillaries. They were round, but they're now flat. Okay, the venom's trapped. It's not going to go through the brains and organs, cause the damage. It's going to remain in the limb. So instead of getting only half an hour to live, if you think apply this thing quickly, correctly, you should have around 12 hours. Okay, it does vary. Sometimes you'd even get longer. But that, guys, is going to give you the time to get to the hospital and get your treatment. Now the second step is to put the arm in a sling like that. New evidence shows 2 below heart level. Okay, so you just want to keep that arm nice and still, not moving. Now if your leg was bitten, you wrap the whole leg up with probably 2 bandages. You then get a tree branch or a golf club. Okay, you tie it onto your leg there and there, tie it off so the leg can't move. So just remember, guys, to survive a snake bite is simple. There's 2 steps, pressure and then immobilise. That little thing there has saved many lives so far. Okay, a good place to keep one is in the glove box of your car, so you can always find it, get it on in time. Okay, now if you're doing a lot of bushwalking or camping, maybe just stick one of those in your backpack. Okay, I duct tape one on my motorbike, always take it out on a ride with me. Now the last thing we'll show you guys is you don't wash the bite area at hospital now. They peel back that bandage and they use what's called a VDK. It's a venom detection kit. Now just with a quick swab on your skin, they can find out what snake it was, so which anti-venom to use on you. Okay, so you don't have to get the snake taken into hospital with you. Okay, please don't turn up with that live snake these days. There's no need for that, guys. You're just putting yourself or others at risk. So they can identify that snake straight at hospital. Now these things here, they set you back about $15, $20 from a chemist. Now today we have a first aid kit. It's got 3 bandages, the sling, the direction sheet, tells you what to do, and we do the whole kit for just $15. So definitely a cheap option. If anyone wants a snake kit, guys, come and see us after the show.
G'day guys, Chris Hay here down at Reptile Kingdom, Australia. First of all, a little bit about me. I've had a 30-year background in herpetology and venom research. But of course, one of the things I enjoy the most is education, teaching the public about these often misunderstood animals. Now, probably at the top of the list as far as being misunderstood goes is this guy here, the common or eastern brown snake. Certainly regarded as Australia's most dangerous snake, only because it's involved in more bites and more human fatalities than any of our other dangerous snake species. Now, it's largely due to the fact eastern brown snakes mainly feed on rodents, and rodents are attracted to us. So we've got a situation here with a snake with a very potent venom, choosing to live right alongside large populations of people. Of course, accidents are going to occur. Now they get a bad rap, but I've actually found eastern brown snakes to be just as quick to escape as any other species, very, very shy and retiring. Now the problem with the eastern brown venom being so toxic, it has 2 lethal components in the venom. Not only does it target the nervous system, so that's the neurotoxins, there is also coagulotoxins in there that disturb our blood's clotting ability. So certainly a very serious animal to be bitten by. The good news is victims respond very well to the anti-venom, and provided first aid is applied, there should be no reason people should be dying from these animals. Now this guy's part of our venomous snake show. Here at Reptile Kingdom, our snake show is perhaps the most important thing we do for the community. It is all about education, dispelling myths and giving people the skills they need to not only remain safe around snakes, but to know exactly what to do if the worst thing should happen.
Alright, so we had a fantastic time here at Luke's Reptile Kingdom. I'm holding a crocodile right now, and this is what they're about here. It's the hands-on educational value. So thank you for the time out today. It's been a pleasure, mate.
Thanks guys, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the experience, and hopefully this is just a stepping stone for what we might unfold in the future for you.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and definitely come and check this out because it's very cheap to come in here. You get a souvenir afterwards, and you can hold crocodiles, you can hold lizards, you can feed lizards, and it's an all-around great experience. So definitely check it out. Until next time, we'll see you there.
Bye.